Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica, or switch that, reverse it. And this is our 188th episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
The BB-8 episode.
BB-8?
Just because there's a lot of 8s. Anyways, don't mind me. I'm Starnitz, also known as Alina. Today is October 27th. We are coming down to the end of the month. And this is our weekly podcast. And if you have been a regular, you know that we have been doing weekly. And if you're a first time, thanks for checking us out. We hope you stay.
So, grab your knitting, spinning, crocheting, whatever, and craft along with us. It's probably going to be a short one because I haven't been doing much. But yeah. So, any mojo?
No.
No.
Soon. I will soon have it.
Any whips? I have a whip. I actually worked on the eyes and second hat of the owl hats that I was doing. So I still need to make one set of wings, ear flap wing type things. So those are coming along. I didn't bring it. It's downstairs. I didn't bring it up to show you, but I've been working on it. Go me. That's it.
I'm working on my order mission, which is the shawl that we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't look any different than where it was last week, so I didn't bring it over. But I am still working on this blue scarf because it's almost ready.
Better hurry up.
I mean, it's for Halloween.
Yeah.
So he wears it, and he has it around his neck, and it's pretty long. And it's like, I guess I could probably bind off.
I really like it. It's cool.
Yeah, but I was trying to use up as much of the fiber, the wool as I could.
Yeah, I would just keep going until, as far as you get until the day that he needs it.
So one skein got me this far. So that's pretty long, but it wasn't long enough.
Right.
So I started on the second skeins. So that's what I'm doing. And it's super long. When I fold it up, it's over 6 inches.
It's crazy.
So yeah. But
that is to get that feedback again. Do you have your headphones? It wasn't at the beginning. I just started noticing it.
Can you pause it? I'll go get them. They're in another room.
Yeah. We'll be back. And we're back.
Sorry about that. Where was I? Knitting on this screw scarf. The trunk or treat is Sunday, so I have to have it done before Sunday. So I've been working super hard on it.
That's way cool.
But that's all that I'm working on, knitting and crochet wise.
And that's okay.
Though I was with Elizabeth's mommy this weekend, and she knit some fingerless mitts, and it made me want to knit some, even though they have no use in my life. Except for because
fabulous.
What I'm cold, my fingertips are what's cold. So that's what I want covered, not my hands. But anyways, I still want to knit them because they're cool, and I could just wear stretchy gloves under them, I guess. But it made me want to knit fingerless mitts. But I've been resisting casting on because I need to finish this. So
that's good. You should probably just wait till November.
Yes, because I do have. Well, now we're on You Spin Me Right Round. So I still have spinning that I'm working on that I should probably finish also before the end of the month, which is Monday. So if I can finish this early on, I can work on my spinning straight up.
Right. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm actually applying from both ends. This is
that looks really nice.
The Earth Death from Nerd Girl Yarns. And I split it, the braid, it was basically yellow, orange, red, chunks, and blue, chunks of it. So I split it in half lengthwise, and then I put the two, the same ends together, so I spun it all that way, and now I'm applying from both ends. So it's, let me see, it's lining up pretty well as I'm applying.
Oh, that looks awesome.
So that should be fun when it's finished. But yeah, I know a lot of people have issues plying from a cake. I rarely do. I don't know.
Well, I think it might be the issue. It depends on the fiber. Like, if it's a really, really super smooth fiber, I have issues because, like, when I did it with cashmere, I just had problems.
I think
Not cashmere, faux cashmere.
I think I've done it with a lot of things. I know I remember doing, like, a really thin thing with silk, having a little bit of issues and it falling apart on itself. But,
yeah, that's what the problem I have with it.
I don't know. I've not really...
But I also, if I do that now, because I have issues, and actually I don't think it's the cake, the fiber, I lied. I'm taking that all back right now. Give it back. Okay, so really what I think the problem is, my wool winder sucks. Like, I don't even like using it for yarn because it knots at the yarn. So it's my wool winder, and I've watched you when you wind those and you go really slow with a little bit of tension.
Just enough tension to make it, I mean, because you want it nice. You don't want it, I mean, this is really, I've been plying for a while, but it's not tight or anything. It's all loose.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want it super tight because then that's what I think what causes the knots. Also, I hold my hands probably about a foot above, and I have the ones coming from the middle and the other ones coming from the top. So when it pulls it, it just, like, goes around. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's going down.
So I know that when I use my ball winder, if I'm doing it slow enough, I don't have problems. But I've been using my Nosapine and winding balls and don't have any problems with it then.
Because you can control that even more, yeah. So.
Right. So I think really it's the ball winder, not the fiber. So, but yeah, because that's how I do two-ply it as well.
It's my favorite way because then you don't have waste. You spin everything on one bobbin and then put it in a cake and then ply it.
Yeah, the fiber I'm working on, I'm planning on using Navajo plying because...
I mean, that too.
I'm just spinning it and I want it to have the color change that it came with, the Moon Rover fiber, because it had like a long color change.
Are you far on that, or do you have a lot to spin yet?
Yes, I have a lot to spin. Because I've been knitting, and I actually haven't had a ton of time to do either. So, I've been doing a lot of sewing, which is our next subject.
Which we can move
Our
on
next
to.
section, I should say, not subject.
I have been plying a little more. It probably still looks the same to all of you at home, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. My drop spindle plying thing right now.
Yay! Those always takes forever, though.
They do. And my thing froze, so you probably can't see it. Let me see if I can... Whatever. Anyways, I've been doing...
I can see it, so...
doing little bits of it here and there. It's growing.
It's alive!
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, there's still a ton left to ply. That's just one of them. But it's going. I've been doing it at, like, Gabe's football games and stuff. He has one left, by the way.
Awesome sauce.
But yeah, so...
Yeah, on a side note, I talked to Dad the other night when you guys were at Truby's football game.
Yeah.
And I was, like, kind of talking to him amidst him, like, cracking up watching the kids. It sounded like a hilarious time. Like, hilarious.
Truby's ones are funny, too, because he's, like...
He was like, oh, and they're all at the one end. Oh, and they're all there. I was, like, cracking up. It was so funny.
They don't know what they're doing. Like, Truby, I think their grades are, like, 2nd to 4th grade kids. And the group he's in, I think, are pretty much 2nd and 3rd graders. So, and they've all, like, Truby's never played an organized football game before. So, like, a lot of this season was just, like, learning things and stuff. But it's pretty funny. And he would, Truby would, like, line up like a track person, like, but get, like, really low to the ground. It was, like, so hilarious. It's a trip. Yeah, he's all done. Gabe's was supposed to be, his last game was supposed to be, yesterday, but it got rained out. So, he has his last game next week.
Crazy pants. Okay,
sorry. Sewing.
So, I have been doing a lot of cutting. I have Indie Knit and Spin coming up in a couple of weeks. It's November 12th. There's 2 indie knit and spins. There's one in November and one in February, but this is the November one that I'm getting ready for. And I love that show so much. But I went and I had someone who wanted a special order. So I was online and I ordered fabric for it. She wanted Ravenclaw fabric.
Oh, I remember you telling us about this.
With music notes. And so I got enough to make other project bags. So I got this fabric to go with it. Like I went to the store because I got this one in the mail to go with it. So then while I was there, I can't buy just one fabric. So I got Slytherin fabric. Now it's not like the Slytherin I had before because I couldn't find that fabric again. So it just has like an S, but it's got the Argyle. And of course I got the green and silver stripes, but this is the best one. Marauder's Map fabric.
That's way cool.
It is way, way cool. I got 2 yards of it.
You should make some Fabdories.
I should.
Out of
so,
that.
To match it, I have this batik fabric. It looks kind of like ferns, and it's like a red. So I got that because I couldn't really find what I was looking for. And then I got this for pockets, like when I make the bags.
Ooh.
And it's just deer heads, and there's squirrels on it. But I wish it had like a wolf on it as well, or a dog as well. But I couldn't find what I was looking for. So yeah, so I got that. Like if they made like a thing, like a thing you could buy to print on fabric, I would be there. Like I would buy bolts of fabric and print on fabric. Like a screen printer thing, but not screen printing because screen printing is very involved. So, but while I was at the store, I could not get this stuff. So they had some Nightmare Before Christmas.
Very cool.
So the purple's the outside and then the black's for the insides. And then I saw this fabric and I had to get it. And there was so much fabric, they got like a whole new line in. And I kept picking up, there's this unicorn one and this hot cocoa one. I kept picking it up and putting it in my cart and then putting it back. And then there was this one with foxes wearing scarves. And I kept picking them up. Like seriously, they were in my cart. And I was like, no, I only have $60 on my gift card. Because the last show I had, I took $60 and bought a gift card. And then I never bought anything. But, so yeah, but I saw this fabric and it reminds me of Firefly and, just with the dinosaurs. So I got this fabric and then, they have this one, which is like the same exact dinosaurs, but as fossils.
That's kind of cool.
For the inside. So I had to get those and they weren't like together, but I'm sure they're the same, like fabric line or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were like far apart and I was like, oh my gosh. And Andy's like standing there rolling his eyes at me because I kept going, oh my gosh. And I was like, all the time for like especially for like the hot cocoa ones. They were like these cute little hot cocoa cups with marshmallows in them.
And you didn't
And they
get
had
them?
faces on them. No, I only had a little bit of money.
You should go back.
I should, but I need money first. So, Anyways, but I mean, I was kind of annoyed because I couldn't find the exact stuff I was looking for because I wanted to get like an eagle fabric to go with this, and I found one, but it was too not cool. It was cool, but I didn't like it, if that makes sense. I didn't like it with the fabric, so I got new fabric, so I have to cut it, and so, but
exciting.
Madison's ironing for me right now. I cut a bunch of fabric that I have already. Like that was another reason why I didn't buy the cool hot cocoa ones. Because I was looking for coffee, but they didn't have any coffee ones that I liked, but the hot cocoa was a good alternative. But I'll have to get it next time I go, along with the foxes and the unicorns. But anyway, and they had these really cute whale ones. Anyways, too many cuteness, not enough money, or time to sew it all. Like I have, like my shelves are full right now of fabric that I need to cut and sew. So that's another reason.
First world problems right there. Too much cute fabric. No, that's cool though. You make me want to get out my sewing machine.
You should.
And sew something.
Well, you should, because next up is our gym. And I sat down and worked out this cardio challenge.
Sweet.
So you need to offer a prize. And I figured it could be some of your hand spun, because you were talking about that the other day. But you don't have to be hand spun. If you want to sew something, you can. I'm going to be sewing either a box bag or a bucket bag, whichever you want, in our Weasley Sisters fabric that I have.
Mm-hmm.
For my prize that I'm giving. So this is what we're going to do. Because we need to get back into working out and stop being lazy. And it takes like 6 weeks to make a habit. I was saying 30 days, but I was reading this thing, and it takes like 6 days. Like, so that at day 30, you're like habit, but you have to keep going to make it a real habit.
Okay.
So 6 weeks for sure. So what we're going to need to do, there's only a few things that you need to do. Sign up. And then first, you need to do 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week. That's all. You can do more if you want, but 3 times. Then you need to take photographic evidence of your cardio. And it can be just a picture of, like, as you were... Cardio means any type of cardio. So if you were taking a hefty hike and you took a picture of your feet as you went up the hill type of thing, anything, any kind of photographic evidence. And you're going to use the hashtag TWSP Cardio Challenge 2016.
Awesome.
And you don't have to post it to Instagram, but you're going to take the picture anyways, so you can post it to our check-in, because we're going to have weekly check-ins with proof. And then I said C number 2, which is you need to have photographic evidence of your working out. So, and it can also be like a picture of, like, look how sweaty I am, or, it doesn't have to be that. And I said you get bonus points if it's cardio knitting. So if you take a picture of your cardio knitting project as you're on your bike or whatever, you get bonus points. Sweet. Not that we're giving points, but you can take a gold star. So we're going to officially start this on November 7th.
Okay.
Which is in a couple of weeks, not this next week. I wanted to give a week for people to hear the podcast.
Yeah.
And then it's going to carry on through December 18th. So,
get y'all fit and ready, like, through,
so you can pick out for Christmas.
Yeah, through Thanksgiving, and so you can be all fit for Christmas.
But
burning those calories.
Because 6 weeks, we should have this habit down and be able to pick it up and keep it going.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could continue the cardio challenge throughout, but I just figured if we do it there,
no, I think it'd be good to end it there, and then maybe we could pick it up back in January.
Yeah,
so we can skip the holiday weeks or whatever, because that's always hectic. I think that'd be good.
So I made a photo because, so here's the story. Jessica and I were supposed to podcast this morning.
Sorry.
And I was ready, and I texted her, and I was like, oh, she's not here, so I'll just do this. So I sat down because I had the time available, and I made this cardio challenge up, and then I made a picture to go with it, and it's awesome. Because it totally is.
It was a good thing I was
yeah. And then
communicating.
I made it, and I posted it. I'm on top of it. I already created a Ravelry thread, sticking it with pictures, and it has all the information in there. So go in there, and I'll link this in our show notes. But you can go and sign up and say, I'm in. And if you want to offer a prize, offer a prize. It'd be awesome if everyone could get a prize for participating.
That'd be cool.
If not, just Jessica and I will give prizes, and we'll do a random drawing for who wins. But yeah, so there's pictures, and I already changed my Ravelry photo ID to be this picture, and you can grab it too.
What is it?
It's awesome.
Are you gonna show it?
It's me. I don't have it. Oh, I guess it could go on Ravelry.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, you're talking it up. I need to see this.
I think it's awesome. So what I did was I took the Weasley Sisters picture, and I found like a heartbeat and yarn, and I turned the yarn into the heartbeat.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty awesome.
I think you're pretty awesome too.
I just, you guys are probably going to look at it and be like, she's an idiot. It's stupid. But, and it says on there, I joined the Weasley Sisters cardio challenge.
That's very cute.
It is. Oh, let's see if I can get it not. So that's what it looks like. And then I put the hashtag at the bottom so you know it. So I actually, after we're done podcasting, I'm going to share this on my Instagram. And if you want to join, you can join because it's awesome and there's prizes. So yeah. And then, anyways, so sign up, join, la-di-da. Now we're on binging. What are you binging on?
I was reading some stuff, but then I was like, I need to stop reading like actual books because I've not been doing anything at all. So I was browsing my iPod and stuff that I've already listened to, and I decided to get out my Mercy Thompson series. And
That's
like
a good series.
I did it a while, not too long ago, I think, but I went and I listened to all the short story. Like I'm going through it in order of the Mercyverse, like.
Oh yeah, that's fun to do.
The short stories that come before it and like stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. And I think it's going to be good and it'll help me stay on top of the house because I really need to get going on like organizing and cleaning the house up and stuff.
Right, because we're coming
Yeah.
Wednesday. Dawn said they'll probably get there Wednesday night.
Okay.
So, sorry, for all of you who don't know, our dad's getting remarried over Thanksgiving break, so we're all coming into the house to have a lot of fun and put a lot of stress on Jessica again.
I'm not going to stress about it, but I do want to, like, I've just let things go. Like, here's the deal. I've been so sick of, like, telling the kids to do stuff and to clean up, which they do somewhat, but somewhat not, or not to the
mine don't.
Not
like,
to like
don't.
the place where you need, like clean a room
right.
and they shove things. They don't actually like put things where they belong. And it just like adds up over time. And like a lot of times, like I'd go through and like redo stuff, or I'd make them redo it. But I've just been so like and not making them follow through or whatever. So
there's been no follow through.
My fault too. But like things are just kind of like starting to like really wear at me. So like I know I'm in for like a hardcore organizing and cleaning and like of everything. I
can just see it now. You're like, how do you live like this? I mean, at least that's what I would be saying to my kids. How can you live like this?
I'm like, it's disgusting. Which is really not disgusting, but you know what I mean. Like you just get fed up with how things are.
I can't get to your bed because there's crap all over the floor.
The boys, I swear, like I've told them for like 3 weeks straight, like, pick up your clothes. Gabe's like, I did. The rest is Trubins. I'm like, no, it's not.
Really? These are Trubins? They're a little bit big.
And then I'll go through, and I'm like, pick up the towels. Throw the blankets that you like. He, like, huddles in blankets downstairs in the morning or at night, and he'll bring them up and just throw them on his floor. And I'm like, fold it up and put it away. Like, it's, like, simple little things. Ugh, so, sorry. This is, like, a rant that you don't need to hear. But, yeah. So I'm like, I really need to get into some books so I can like just zone out and not care that I'm actually cleaning and not like grumble inside my head at my kids and myself for not staying on top of things. All that to say, yeah.
Binging. Okay, cool. Well, I have a ton of book recommendations for when you're done with that series because I have been reading a lot.
Good.
I finally stopped watching iZombie because I finished it last time. So I've been actually like reading Visions in Silver. I'm like almost at the end. And that was the 4th book in the series. So I have to wait till like next year for the 5th book.
Oh.
So,
Wait, speaking back of the Mercy Thompson, did you see that there's a new book going to be coming out in March?
Yes.
I'm excited.
I've been waiting for it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, so that's what I've been binging. Vision in Silver. I still have The Death Blows, which is the second in the Bloodhound series. Yeah. But I've been watching Vampire Diaries a little bit. Like, I've tried to stop watching because if I sit down, it's not good. Like, I need to be working. So then I took the girl's Kindle and was watching Netflix on it the one day, like, as I was cutting fabric. So that was fun. So I'm, like, in the middle of the Vampire Diaries, and I'm actually really liking it, even though I was mad last year. Love it. And The Walking Dead.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Fast forward at least until we say not spoiler alert. Which I'll hold up a sign that says, okay.
Seriously. Okay, so pause or fast forward.
Pause or fast forward until I hold up a sign that says, okay. Go.
It was crazy.
I know. Well, I kind of knew. So Andy, the whole time before, I was like, oh, it's going to be Abraham. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, one, because he's big and they want to get rid of the big people.
Oh, I can see that.
And then two, because he's kind of, you like him and you'd be kind of sad. And I was like,
but I'm not as attached to him as I am to other people. Like Glenn! Holy crap! We just, like, thought we lost him last season, and then he wasn't. But there was no dumpster this time. He's gone.
I know. That was horrible. And it was, like, so hard. Like, I knew it was going to come, because I was like, it's probably going to be Glenn. But when they did Abraham, I was like, yes, finally. And then Daryl. He's going to be so guilt-ridden now.
I know. But really, I mean, yeah, technically it's his fault, but it's not. It's Negan,
I think
who's
he
a
would have
crazy
done it
psychopath. Anyway. And then I totally called it when Negan was going to make Rick do that to Carl, even though he didn't.
Yeah.
But, like, he had him, like, sit there. I'm like, he's totally going to make him cut it off. That's what he's going to do.
In the comic books,
sacrificing your kids type of thing.
Back when they meet the governor, the comic books are way darker and way grosser.
Have you read them all?
I had borrowed the first 3 collections, so it was like the first maybe 12 comics. I'm sorry, graphic novels. And so I'm like halfway through maybe. But so back when they met the governor, which was way worse than it was on the TV show, which if it could be worse, it is. Rick loses his hand. Like, he cuts off Rick's hand. So I was kind of expecting him to cut off Rick's hand.
That's what Joe was saying.
But, so when they did it with Carl...
Right. Yeah, Joe, the whole, like, couple weeks beforehand, Joe's like, Rick's gonna lose a hand. I'm like, he can't be a one-armed zombie killer. Like, that's just...
He could get one of those hook things, but only it would be a hatchet.
That would be awesome.
So I don't know if that actually happens because I haven't finished the series. But, yeah, so, I mean, with him having to cut off Carl...
So we pulled Carl over. I'm like, he's gonna make Rick do it! And Joe's like...
I know, we were all like, oh my gosh!
I'm like, no! Yeah.
It was funny. And then it was kind of comical for me to go on Facebook the next day because everyone was freaking out. And I was just kind of laughing. I'm like, it's a TV show. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand because still, I was like distraught and upset about it. But at the same time, I was just like, oh my gosh. Andy thought that they were going to be doing Maggie. And I was like, no way. She's already sick. And she's going to have a zombie baby.
I was gonna say they probably don't care too much about they probably they don't
probably
women as threats because I think the whole group there was pretty much men, right? I didn't think I saw in Negan's.
Well, Michonne was there. Oh, Negan's group. Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, so I don't think they. I don't know. I just feel so bad for Maggie.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad.
I mean, all of them obviously because they're all attached to each other.
Well, and then Sasha too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
crazy.
But. Yeah. I can't believe it. So we're down to 3 from the original 4, counting Carl. So you've got Daryl, Rick, Carol, and Carl. That's it.
Oh, yeah, because Maggie was from the farm.
Yeah, Maggie
was pretty... Was that the second season?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe third. Because the first season, it started out, right? And then Rick comes and they get there and then they go to Atlanta and the CDC and that ends. It ended at the CDC.
Oh,
and then,
yeah. I'd have to, well, the first season was only like 6 episodes, right?
Right. So it might have been the first 2. So it might have been the third that they went to the farm. Or the second year, the second season break, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
Okay, so we can go back to our normal stuff and not talk.
Hold up a paper. You may unfreeze now. We're
Oh,
done.
Did I freeze? Oh.
No, I was talking about like the people.
Oh, okay.
Watching that don't want to hear
Okay,
us talk
so no
about.
more spoilers. So actually, I've been on Mondays. We watch The Voice, and Mondays and Tuesdays we watch The Voice, which is a lot of fun. And there's actually someone from around Johnstown that's on The Voice, so
That's cool.
It's been like a big thing. Not that we know him personally, but he's from this area. So, we've been watching it, and afterwards I started watching the Timeless show. It is so good. If you guys can watch it on NBC, you can go and watch like the past episodes. It's like we're on episode 3 maybe. It's really good. So like the premise of the story is they built this time machine and they're going back in time, and the one team, the bad people, are trying to change history, and then the good people are going back and trying to fix it. And then they come back and everything's different. It's like the butterfly effect almost. It's really cool. But then they like go back and they dress up. And the one guy is African American. So a lot of times they went back to when Abraham Lincoln was killed. And he was just like, if you saved him, you know how much would change. And then the girl was like, but how much would not change? Like how, there's the whole like conundrum stuff. And then, but then when it came to it, she still tried to save Abraham Lincoln, but the bad guy still shot him. Mm-hmm. So, and that's not really a spoiler because it actually happened in history. So, but anyways, but that series is, it airs on Mondays on NBC. So I actually have really enjoyed it.
Can I just say I'm mad with how this is flying now? Like, I showed you guys and it was all lining up great and everything. And now it's not. It's all like Barbara Poley for the second half.
But I like Barbara Poley.
Yeah, pretty. But not when it like matched up first.
Okay.
Sorry.
Randomness, because it's not like we haven't been random already.
I know. We're always random. Did I tell you we went to an apple orchard or Whispering Orchards?
No.
I don't know if I said that last week or not.
No.
Yeah, we did the whole, we didn't get to pick apples because they don't do that there. But, walked around. They have goats and some other kinds of animals and stuff. And then they always do this, hay bale maze type thing they put up under this tent. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids climb through it and stuff. So I took pictures. Actually, it's funny because I have a picture from, I think it was when Trubin was probably almost a year. Like, so he was, I don't know. When's his birthday? July. No, maybe he was a year and a half. Whatever. He was little and chubby and stuff, but I have a picture of them all just sitting on the hay there. And so I got another picture of them now, like, all sitting. So I should, like, put them together,
that would be awesome.
A then and now type of thing. But yeah, we haven't really been doing too much.
We have
Joe
not
got
either.
a deer. He got a buck last week.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is awesome. And he wants to do a European mount, which is where they mount the skull and antlers. So he brought home this like propane heater type thing, like.
So you have to like boil it off.
Yeah. Gross. So he was doing that in the garage yesterday, and it was not fun. I'm like, I hate this. And I don't want this hanging around in the house, which he thinks like we should have a wall of like deer things and
trophy room.
Yeah, I'm like, it's called the basement. But he doesn't like that so much. Anyways, but yeah, so he's all excited. He got the book.
You could do like a Southwestern theme somewhere. I'd totally go. Yeah. Anyways, the only thing I did was go to Jamboree Regionals in Charlotte.
The only thing. That sounds
It was a lot of fun. I went with Trish, who's Elizabeth's mommy, on Ravelry, and it was a lot of fun, and drove a long time, and it took way longer than it said because of construction. There was times where we were just like at standstill. So the one time I'm like, oh, we're at a standstill. Like it was like stop and go, and I'm like, I'm turning on my Pokemon Go and hatching an egg. So I didn't actually hatch an egg, but I got like a good extra mile in because we were going that slow. Like we weren't even moving, so. But yeah.
Cool.
So I had her playing Pokemon Go for me, so. Or just like holding it while it was driving because.
Right. You guys had fun though and everything?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Crazy fun. But that's pretty much everything that I've been doing. Like besides like working and being tired and. Oh, actually, so randomly, Andy texts me on Tuesday. Or on Monday, because I was like, oh, how's school going? You know, because it was like a long weekend. Like I didn't get home till Sunday, and then I was like really tired, and so everyone went to bed on Sunday night after the big thing. So then, like the kids went to bed earlier, but so I didn't see the family much this past weekend. So then on Monday, I texted Andy just to see how he's doing at school and blah, blah, blah. And he texted me, oh, there's no school tomorrow. I'm like, why not? I guess like they were fixing the electricity, doing like electric maintenance on the road that the school is on. So they're like, there's going to be no power from 9 until 3. And Andy like called them and was like, we're a school. Like, can you do it on the weekend or at night or something? And they were like, no. And if the weather's bad, we'll have to do it on Wednesday. And he was like, but the weather wasn't supposed to be bad. So on Tuesday, they didn't have school because there was going to be no power. So there was like no power for lights, no power for the phones, no power for the computers, no power for the whatever. So they didn't have. They had school. And it was the pastor appreciation breakfast, so all the kids' pastors came and they just like had breakfast and stuff. And then they don't have school today or tomorrow because of teacher in service.
Wow.
So it's been like a crazy week.
Yeah, my kids don't have school tomorrow. I think just for fall recess, but yeah. I think also because the quarter or whatever ended.
But yeah, so that's all that's been going around here. So
crazy.
But that's it. So we will let you guys go, and we will talk to you guys next week, and it'll be a planning podcast.
Crazy. All right. I'm sorry. I'm like almost done. Look, you're done.
Yay! You finished.
All right. Bye.
Bye.